It's never been so good to be bad. Disney Channel's Clandestine Villains return for season two. I'm talking about the villains of Valley View. I have two of the stars. One villain, Isabella Pappas, and one neighbor, Kayden Muller-Janssen. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Morning. Great.
Morning.
That was a little cautious morning. Okay.
Yeah, we're get our morning
Try not to
started.
talk over each other.
Yeah, I was like, who's gonna say hi
Morning.
first? So I was like, morning.
Well, I'll specify this time. Isabella, tell us about your character as a supervillain.
So Amy is, I mean, she's amazing. She's my favorite character I think I've ever gotten to play because she's so confident. She's so sarcastic. She really doesn't care about other people's perceptions of her. She kind of just does what she wants. And I think that that's something that, I'd like to take a bit more into my life. And playing her this season was really fun because she gets to kind of she sort of is forced to consider, other people's feelings and other people's emotions when she's making certain decisions this season. And there's a lot of big decisions to be made. So I think that it was a really fun journey. And yeah, I just can't wait to see what happens next for her.
I could have used Amy when I was in high school to get out of class early too. That would have been fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I was in high school. I would have had a much better time.
Kaden, tell us about your character, being the neighbor.
Yeah, Hartley. I always like to describe Hartley as a giant ball of sunshine. She's very giving. She loves to help others. Loves to help her community, and she's always very kind and always wants to go out of her way to help other people. So when she meets Amy and the Maddens, of course she kind of feels the need to be like, oh, let me help them out and take care of them. And, she really becomes part of the family. And she's such a really fun character to play and always has these really crazy moments, especially throughout season two. So, yeah, she's a lot of fun.
Speaking of season two, Kaden, Isabel, either one of you can go first, but tell us what we can expect without any spoilers.
Izzy, you can take this one.
Okay. Um, you can expect a lot of cliffhangers, like big decision moments. There's not as many at season one, but they're bigger, if that makes sense. So they're like not as sprinkled throughout. That's more like one really big one, another really big one, and then another final big one. So I'd say there's like three huge moments in season two that you should look out for. And a lot of action, a lot of fighting, and I think a lot of fun. Like the comedy this season is just like it's even been elevated from last season. The comedy, it's so sharp. I think that the writing is so good. It really has like kind of a tone for each person, and each individual actor in our show kind of gets to speak in the way that not necessarily that they would in real life, but in the way that their character kind of would, in a way that fits them. So it's really
For sure.
tailored to each of us, which I think is really important.
Yeah. And I also feel like throughout season two, there's a lot more heartfelt moments. The villains, they're a lot more comfortable in their hometown and getting comfortable with the people there. So I feel like they're opening themselves up to really, you know, show themselves to others and feel that embrace and love that, they maybe might have not had as villains before. But yeah, it's really exciting.
I think it would be exciting if Hartley would get superpowers and be like the superhero. That's what I'd like to see.
I won't argue with you. I agree. I think that'd be pretty cool too. But hey, I mean that's up to the writers. But I already have a great time playing Hartley. But that would definitely add definitely add more to that for sure.
I think it would, because can you imagine Hartley and Amy going at it? Can you imagine that?
Oh, I think fans and the Disney family would love that. That'd be so epic. Like think of
Yeah.
all good and all evil against each other. But I feel like that'd also be a really very cute dynamic as well.
I'd love to see them like fight someone together. I think that would be really fun. I
Yes.
said that
Oh my
all season. I
gosh.
was like, I really want us to fight someone together, like, because I think they have such a good dynamic in their relationship and their friendship, and kind of, without like, actually physically backing each other up. But I think it would be so fun to see that in like a fight scene and how that
Yeah.
plays out. And yeah, I really hope we get to do that.
That'd be
I'm gonna take it a step further. So you guys are in a fight scene, and all of a sudden something happens, and you guys are all of a sudden in the multiverse, and you have to get back to your verse. That would be cool.
That would
Oh, do
actually
you know
be
what would
pretty
be so
dope.
cool is if we met different versions of ourselves, and in like one universe you're evil and I'm really good.
Wait, stop! That actually is so funny. We should pitch that. Do the three of us need to come together? Do the three of us need to come together to like pitch that? I feel like this is a really good idea.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
we're like, Disney, please.
There we go. I've been
mean,
speaking
hopefully-
with. Go ahead,
sorry.
please.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, hopefully Disney sees this and puts it into their heads.
I just want my 10%. That's all I want. I just want my 10%.
Get that check.
Yeah. I've been speaking with Isabella Pappas Kayden Muller-Janssen about Disney Channel's Clandestine, the villains of Valley View. Ladies, thank you again for joining us on Morning Blend.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Don't forget my 10%.
We won't.
We won't.
We won't. It's in the contract. For sure.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Bye.